Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.
Sponsored, targeted ads can sometimes make you feel like crap. I've been dealing with that lately, as I would say 90% of the ads right now on social media for me are fat dude t-shirts for not looking as fat.
So how does that work?
Well,
Just like a specific fabric that...
I think they're like a little bit tighter in the arms, a little looser in the belly region.
Huh.
But they're like for dad bods, right? And so all the ads are like, you sick of looking clunky?
Funny you say that because Gary wrote in saying weight loss. I'm fit. I don't need to lose weight. There's also sponsored ads to get a bigger you-know-what in a week.
Okay.
I think it's perfect the way it is, says Gary. Yeah, a lot of my sponsored ads lately are like ibuprofen for back pain, bad knees. I'm like, how do you know this about me? There's also a lot of like classic rock stations that are being sponsored on my timeline, and I'm like, what?
Not really your fit, right?
I mean, I like it, but they're pushing it so much. I'm like, what do you want from me?
Do women also get like wedding stuff? Like if you started posting that you were engaged, would all of your sponsored ads turn to wedding stuff?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I was talking with a group of my girlfriends and we were talking about a specific jewelry company, Brilliant Earth. And so I looked it up just to see their social media, and now it's sponsored because I didn't actually follow. But now they're sponsored all over the place for me. And it's interesting. If you go to your For You page on Instagram, you search one thing, that's all you see.
Really?
Like mine is all Lady Gaga right now.
So like for me to have these t-shirts sponsored, do you think it's something that I Googled? Or do you think it's just like Instagram is assessing my pictures that I post?
I was getting that exact t-shirt, I think, on TikTok. That's where I saw an ad. It was like a sponsored video of t-shirts for men to help them look more buff than...
So now it's even trying to sell you the t-shirts for
really
me.
Weird. It's like our phones know that we're in the same room a lot together.
I've heard that's a thing, actually.
Yeah, I've heard if you stay at a friend's house over the weekend and they use a different kind of toothpaste than you, that toothpaste will be sponsored on your profile because it's what they purchase, and like their purchases on their credit card is linked to their phone. Yeah, it's pretty
in depth and a little bit scary.
It's a bit annoying, yeah.
What's going on with the moon? I love how into this you are.
I am. So if you were up early this morning, maybe you saw the big bright moon. And as soon as you saw it in the sky, you thought to yourself, oh, everything makes sense. Because they do say when there's a full moon, people act different. And when I was in the bar industry, we always knew when there was a full moon on a Saturday night when
There'd
the
be
bar
more
was
fights.
busy. Yeah, it was a weird energy. And I've heard this a lot from people that work in hospitals as well, or retirement homes. They just know when there's a full moon because people are a bit off. So the full moon that happened last night was the full moon in Aquarius, also known as the Sturgeon supermoon. And it was the last supermoon of 2022. Now, just as a reminder, if you're not into the sky and you're like, this is ridiculous, or maybe you don't know much about it, there's new moons, and that's when people are supposed to plant and plan things out. Whereas full moons, like what we had last night, are when we harvest and we learn new and unexpected things. So that moon is coming on August 27th. This moon that happened last night, how is it impacting you? I'm going to break it down. Are you listening, Ryder?
Well, yes. I'm just wondering if it has to do with people being mean.
Oh, for sure.
It does?
So with this moon, it literally allows us to see more at night. The mystery of the night is illuminated. So when we see in that darkness, the parts of ourselves we don't want to see are released. Perhaps that's why we talk about full moons as being a time of releasing, letting go, or perhaps saying goodbye. Mm-hmm. So Ryder's coming from a personal angle where he thinks him and I are fighting right now.
Have we
so that's why
had a pleasant morning so far?
I wanted to tell you that it is time to say goodbye. I'm out. Okay, I'm going to continue on. We can feel frustrated, and I hope that this is relating to people that are listening right now. Maybe you felt frustrated, annoyed of people, more so than ever. It's the full moon.
I believe your wording was, I need a vacation from you this morning.
I did say that. I meant it.
We got into a heavy argument because I'm having some vocal issues today.
And I was just trying to help you by saying, you should be drinking lukewarm water or maybe bringing in some throat lozenges
Instead of coffee.
Instead of hot coffee, which is obviously affecting your voice, your vocal cords. And I worry about you.
Did you say it like that?
I did.
You think you did, huh? Okay.
Okay, so with this full moon in Aquarius, you want answers. Most likely you're not able to fully release your frustration. You don't know how to vocalize properly to people.
Oh, well, that's actual, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. You can feel somewhat detached from emotions and have a desire to retreat from them. Hence me saying, I need a vacation from you. This is all making sense. This is a time where we might be confronted with our desire to figure everything out with logic. We can feel frustrated, wanting answers, not being able to fully release the frustration. So if you're listening right now with the full moon last night, whatever situation you're in that's causing you confusion or uncertainty, just know that you're not making things up. Mm-hmm. You are thinking clearly about it, and you should speak your mind as such. So that's why I'm telling you, I am leaving. I am going on vacation without you. Don't talk to me for a week.
Listen, I'm cool with it. If you could plan your vacations around the moon, that would be great. We wanted to just throw you a quick warning. If you have group chats, to be careful if you call someone outside of the group chat from the group chat. Does that make sense?
So you, me, and our friend from Calgary, he's a radio host, have a group chat. And we talk every day on it. So it's got a lot of receipts. And last night, he's like, let's do a FaceTime beer. So you were upstairs, I was on the main floor, and he was on his phone in Calgary. So the three of us each have our phone open. We're chatting, and he's like, let's call someone random. And we were like, don't tell us who you're calling. And so it will be a number we don't recognize.
Right, and just
we'll see if
surprise
they
us.
answer.
Yeah.
Because we do know a lot of other radio people, even if we haven't met them, we follow them on social media, etc.
This guy also knows a ton of celebrities randomly.
Yeah, he's friends with the guy who plays Malcolm in the Middle.
And Brett the Hitman Hart,
Yes.
he's like best friends with.
He's really good friends with Malcolm in the Middle. What's his real name? What's that actor's name?
Frankie Muniz.
He's like best friends with him. It's so random. And he never tells us how he knows them or how he met them. He's so secretive and weird.
Kicking it with Trudeau a couple weeks ago.
He was.
So, like, we didn't know who he'd be calling from, right?
We were really excited. And anyway, so he ended up calling 3 separate people. 2 of them answered, one of them didn't. But what we realized when we ended our FaceTime call, like 20 minutes later, that those 3 people were now in our group chat. Can they read all of our previous messages?
No, I think so. No.
How does that work? Are you sure?
Yes, because you can't go back in. If you're added to a group chat, you don't see the past messages.
How do you know that? That's my fear. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, could they read everything that we've written about?
See, what I was worried about was that it was very subtle that they had been added to this group. Right? So, like, you could have, what I was worried about was making mistakes or saying something that we shouldn't have said. Like, that was a boring chat or something like that after they had been added. But I wasn't worried about the before.
That person looks like crap today. They're in the chat. So I immediately, after we closed off FaceTime, deleted them from the chat, like removed them.
Mm-hmm. And then they were mad.
And then he called me. He's like, could they see all of our... I was like, I don't know, man. That's why I removed them immediately.
And we didn't say anything specifically bad that we could think of.
But we've just been talking for so long that there could be stuff in there that they're like creeping back on, that they're like, that's a weird conversation. Especially when they're in our industry, because we did end up calling other radio hosts. The panic attack was real.
Mm-hmm. But I think we're good.
Because you want to know how we tested it? He's like, can you add me to a random other group chat that you have and then take me out of it? So I added him to a group chat with like a bunch of my girlfriends. And I wrote, hi. And then removed him. And he's like, all I saw was hi. Nothing above that. I was like,
perfect.
Thank God.
We're set. We need to talk about this Sittervising thing.
Yes. Okay. So this is a term that is now gaining traction online. And it's for parents. So it's not supervising. It's not babysitting. These are your own children. But you're sitting while supervising. Sittervising. So you're watching your kids from a seated position like a lounge chair, a park bench, or any other comfortable location. Parenting experts are saying this term, Sittervising.
Sittervising.
Oh my gosh, it's hard. because it shows parents safe ways to keep their kids playing independently while you enjoy a little self-care.
Right.
Now, this is a win-win parenting trick
Eh.
because there is a lot of guilt when you see other parents online that are stepping up. They're always playing with their kids. Maybe you're not the type of parent that likes to play. You just want to sit and enjoy your day while they go and they learn how to be independent or go play with other kids. So you get to sit and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah, you don't want to be your kid's only friend. I get that as a parent. But I also think, like, last weekend, for example, I took my daughter to play tennis, and we had the best time. I wasn't going to go there and make her play tennis by herself.
That's true.
So I could
she's not
sit.
like playing against the wall.
So is this just a green light for laziness?
Maybe. But I'm all for it.
Play 107, it's Ryder and Lisa. Thank you for checking out the show. I had a great time yesterday at the Celebrity Frontline Golf Tournament.
Yeah, I'm on the same team every year. I team up with Central Carriers, which is a transportation service, and they've been working here in Western Canada for over 40 years. They're awesome. And they usually bring on somebody who's a shareholder, somebody who's a client of theirs, and then I'm their quote-unquote Z-list celebrity.
And golf extraordinaire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do play best ball. They used my ball on the first hole.
Okay.
After I teed off.
Nice.
But that's the last one they used of mine, I think. For the rest.
Good start.
Great start. Powerful start.
That's all that people remember is the start and the finish.
Exactly.
And when there's a lot of beer, quite often you won't even remember the finish.
So my favorite thing about the team that I'm on is they don't listen to our show. They only listen on the morning of the tournament.
Oh, so they're
it
like, sounds like they're in the know.
The wisest of the crew is almost 70. Mm-hmm. And yesterday he was listening because he knew he was going to see me that day. He's more of a classic rock guy.
Okay. What did he hear us talking about? What was big yesterday?
Tommy Lee's junk. He's like, I'm so glad I tuned in this morning. I was like, Rick, have you seen the picture? He's like, I'm not interested. I was like, I have a screenshot of it because Tommy Lee has deleted it.
You showed him anyway?
I tried to. He didn't want to look. That's my team. Who do you always team up with?
So let me get this straight. You walk in as the celebrity for your team, and you're just walking around with your phone trying to show another man, a naked man's body.
It was relevant. It was in the news yesterday. They need to know that.
That's just a weird energy.
What I love about golf tournaments is when they're sponsored holes of food places. Like, I haven't eaten that much in months.
Yeah. Every second
Boston
hole, it felt like.
Pizza, the Brew House, the new, there's a new Mexican restaurant in South Common. They had their nachos and salsa.
Yeah, you said you were real full. And then a dinner at the end.
Yeah.
Just the best.
How did you do? Usually in golf tournaments, Ryder cheats on his team. Like, they use a lot of mulligans, so they always win.
No, what do you?
No surprise
I would
there.
really appreciate if you didn't spread rumors like that I cheat at golf tournaments. I don't.
You've taught me everything I know.
Our team did really good.
I bet you did.
We are joined by Trevor Wallace.
Ryder and Lisa, how are we this fine Friday?
We're good.
Very good. Yeah, busy weekend in the city, beautiful weather, outdoor comedy festival, lots to look forward to.
Fringe Festival, lots of fun stuff in our city for once.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Edmonton's a big vacation spot for most people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you came here in mid-February, you would never come back
No,
again.
you'd be miserable.
No, I just bought a vacation house there. I will be there.
Yeah, right.
Trying to hang out.
Are you spending some time in the city, or is it an in and out?
It's kind of an in and out one, but I definitely have to stop by the mall. I need to see the mall one more time.
The pirate ship?
The pirate ship, there's a gun range in there.
You can even get
The
drunk on
American, if you
Bourbon
ask
Street
me.
and then go shoot guns.
Yeah, you got to hit up the Bourbon Street, get a beer.
Jesus Christ. This is everything a stepdad would love.
It's so true.
Okay, be honest. Do radio interviews get you going?
No, are you like when you dialed this number, were you like, for F's sake?
They're very hit or miss. Honestly.
Yeah.
They're always just really early.
That's true. What time is it where you are right now?
It's 9:20, but, I had a show last night, so I was just trying to sleep in today.
Yeah, I feel like comedians don't get up before 1 p.m.
You are right on that one, yeah.
Okay.
No, they're not bad. I mean, it is what it's part of the job.
That's true.
You're here on Sunday with Tom Segura. You got a stacked lineup. It's an outdoor comedy festival. Is it tough to do stand-up outside?
Yes, I think stand-up is built on momentum and laughter, and the outside does not capture that. It's like you're trying to hotbox a convertible. There's not much to keep in there. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, do you want people, when they're laughing, to be, like, fist-pumping in the crowd so you really know that they're enjoying it?
A visual laugh instead. We can get people to do that.
Right, yeah. I would prefer the Jersey Shore in rows 19 through 44. Yeah, I mean, I have done shows where they honk at you in the pandemic. That was like, if they liked your joke, they'd honk at you, which is really terrifying.
It was originally announced that you guys were going to do a live podcast recording. Has that changed?
Yeah, it was supposed to be with Pete Davidson, but I don't know if you checked the news lately. He's much better than Edmonton and a podcast. He's flying on a private jet to the bathroom. Now we're just doing stand-up, which is fine, but they didn't change the amount of money, so it's not fine.
Well, it's probably going to be better this way anyway.
Yeah, doing an outside podcast for like 5,000 people would have been very interesting. They also told us that we couldn't ask anything about Kim or Kanye, which I don't know what else to really ask at a time like now. Be like, what's your favorite kind of applesauce? So
yeah, like nobody cares.
The pressure's really off.
Spill the tea.
I once heard another radio guy that I look up to who said, if they ever tell you not to ask something, open with it.
Always ask.
Ooh, I like it.
You've been doing comedy for well over a decade, but you look like you're 21, so we need some beauty tips.
Yeah, how do you look so youthful?
Go through puberty when you're 27. I really don't know. I don't know why I look like this, but I'll take it. I still audition for high school roles, which makes me feel like a creep. Just sending in a self-tape, like, here's audition Trevor for 18-year-old bully at Viegas High School.
And you got the role. Is there anything exciting that you have, like, in the works right now? It's not confirmed, but something that you kind of want to brag about to us?
Second half of my theater tour, all U.S. dates. Really excited for that. So I'm going to plug it on a Canadian Alberta radio show. Go to TrevorWallsComedy.com, going all over the U.S. Pretty excited for that.
People do like to travel from here to go to stuff. So if you were going to recommend one city to go see you at, which one would you say?
Ooh, Las Vegas. I'm doing the Mirage, which is their big casino out there, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, really, where else? Let me see where tickets are selling the slowest, and I'll plug that.
Yeah, seriously.
Sure.
Where can people find...
Red Bank, New Jersey.
Where can people find more details on you? Because I tried to find you on Twitter and I couldn't.
Twitter's for boomers. Go to TrevorWallsComedy.com. I'm on TikTok like an idiot. Yeah, Trevor Wallace Comedy is the website, and then Trevor Wallace is the website. Social media. I can't talk.
That's fine.
You know what? It's early for you. That's why you're so youthful, because you sleep in.
Yeah, it's that. And I eat Slim Jims for breakfast.
We're both big fans, man. It's been a pleasure to chat with you.
Yep.
Lisa and Ryder, thank you so much. I will be in Edmonton on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to be the new Oilers mascot.
Good, because ours stinks. Like, literally.
Oh, damn. Spill it, Lisa. Spill it.
So, Hunter, like, I went up and hugged him at an Oiler game, and I was like, you smell. Like, your outfit smells. So, I don't know if they're just not on top of cleaning the mascot outfits, but I want to fist fight Hunter.
Well, let's start a GoFundMe for a new outfit.
Yes.
That outfit is just me.
Sure.
Don't get too close to Hunter. He's stinky.
This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.